Hello to the newbies, welcome back to the veterans. It is time for Ted to talk boxing. IBF featherweight champion of the world, Josh Warrington, the Leeds Warrior, is going to be fighting again February 13th. That will mark around 15 to 16 months out of the ring. He was one of the few world champions to just have a complete write-off for 2020. He's fighting Mexican Mauricio Lara, which, even though he's had a lot of time out of the ring, it seems like a real disappointment of an opponent. This Lara has only, I think, really fought in Mexico before. He's already lost a couple of times, it seems, at a low level. He shouldn't really provide much resistance to the IBF featherweight world champion. In fairness, Josh Warrington sounds pretty frustrated himself. The plan was to fight the Chinese fighter Can Zhu, or Zhu Can, whichever way you want to flip it, who is a real stamina monster himself. He throws a lot of punches. He has the WBA strap. It was going to be unification, and it was probably going to be exciting. But now we are no longer getting that fight. For a long time, Warrington has not known who to fight next. He's dropped Gary Russell Jr.'s name quite a few times, WBC champ. But he fights so infrequently, like once a year, that it's very hard to pin him down. Some people have called for the rematch against Kid Galahad, which was a close fight. Many people felt that Barry deserved to win that one. But it was an awful fight. Even if he is mandatory, how are you going to sell that? He has quite a negative style, very good skills, and maybe he did deserve to win. But boxing is a spectator sport. I don't want to see that again, and I doubt that many people would be willing to pay to watch that again. Only the most loyal of Josh Warrington fans would willingly pay for that, knowing that they're going to have to sit through something pretty unpleasant again. So for a return opponent, yes, he hasn't been fighting for quite a while now. But when you consider the likes of Errol Spence, who almost died in a car crash, came back and fought a very capable Danny Garcia, it's pretty disappointing, this choice of opponent. He's in a bit of a difficult situation, but he's not necessarily in an easy division, because now at 126 pounds we also have a much better Mexican, Emmanuel Navarrete, who's moved up from 122 pounds but is still very big at 126. He doesn't have the biggest name and he's very dangerous, so I don't think Warrington will make him a target. He will be going after the Can Zhu fight, and he will be looking, as he's mentioned before, if he can get Gary Russell Jr. This fight against Lara should just be a stepping stone, hopefully, for a bigger fight later in the year. What do you think of this as a choice of opponent? It really does feel like they could have done a bit better.